There is an important concept in planning, that is management by objectives, or in short we say that MBO. So what is the main concept of MBO? This is a process where jointly the supervisor and the subordinate setting the objectives. So I am showing here the process or the definition in a visual presentation. That is, there is a team leader and there is a team member. Jointly they are setting the objectives, standards, and whatever the actions they want to do. Then they are acting individually for performing the task or providing, where members are doing the task and leader is providing the support. For what? For the joint plan. And then again, jointly they are reviewing the results. They are trying to find out the gaps. They are consulting on the gaps and they are trying to find out how they can minimize the gap. So it's a system where maybe they need to perform the task individually, or the nature of the task may be different, but they are setting the same patterns, setting the plans and goals with a proper coordination and communication. And when they are observing or evaluating the task, again they are jointly doing it. So this is going to motivate the employees, as well as the team leader can understand the employees point of view. So it's better to move with a better result of the for achievement of goals with a plan. So there is a formal definition, that is what is the meaning of MBO. So it's a collaboration between the manager and the subordinate, where we are going to set the major factors of evaluation, reward, as well as goals and performance, so that we can understand each other's point of view, each other's limitation, and we can find out the proper solution. So here, when we are setting the goals, the important thing is subordinates have a voice, or subordinates have the scope to place his point of view and opinion, and a leader can accept or can make the arguments to come up with a better better options or result. And here we are going to set the goal in a more formal way, and it may start from top level of the organization, but collaboration could be a series of steps. So when we are doing it from top level, so there we can make some collaboration, and that practice may done from top to down. So this is the formal process through which we go through with MBO, or this collaborative discussion or plan setting activities. So first of all, formally we have to set the goals or plans. Then the organization is going to, first of all we have to set the goals, and then we have to move on plan. Then we have to collaboratively set the goals and plans. So to achieve the established goal, formal goal and formal plans, now we are going to make the collaboration to achieve or to split these goals and plans in a more comfortable platform. Then we need to communicate, we have to do some meetings, we have to find out the factors, we have to make more conversation and identify the resources, and after that we have to do the task to be done, and then we can go with evaluation again together, which will ultimately help us to find out again or re-establish the goals and plans again. Now, what is the benefit for successful goal settings, and why sometimes it may not be a good one? That is the dark side of formal goal setting. First of all, it is going to improve the employee's motivation. As I said earlier, that is when there is a target, then employees will get motivated to achieve that. So there must be a borderline, that red line going to motivate the employees to push himself or herself. Then enhances communication. So this is going to uh, go with revised process, updating process, monitoring process. So ultimately you need more communication. More communication means more understanding, more improvement, and ice breaking policy. So it increases more communication. Then it may set the performance appraisal parameters. So that will be helpful if we have certain goals. Sometimes attention to appropriate goals and plans will ultimately make the achievements for final targets. We can identify what managerial talents we have and what is required and what are not. Sometimes we go with the systematic management philosophy that will help us to formulate all the tasks under a single umbrella. And finally, we can put a proper control system so that everything will work under a systematic process. But sometimes we may face some negative aspects. For example, if we make a proper plan but the implementation is not just in that way, then definitely it is not going to make a good result. If top level management is not ready to provide proper supports for goal setting, sometimes lower level employees are required some goal setting process for which they must have that motivation or experience or knowledge to set those goals. If these talents or motivations are absent, then that is going to create some problems. So I mentioned that quantitative goals are important to set, but sometimes you may face that qualitative goals may work better in some special case rather than quantitative goals. So if you are static to create the quantitative goals, and there could be a better result by establishing qualitative goals, then again you will be in a wrong position. Right now we need not to keep more paperwork to keep records, but still in your electronic device there are so many folders with so many documents and Excel sheets, and sometimes we get lost. So sometimes it's very difficult to track each and every record. And if the manager in nature is resistant to accept the new practice or setting the goals, then again that will create the problem. So these are the positives and negative sides of effectiveness of formal goal setting. And here we are going to close this chapter. Thank you everyone.